Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies.
I'm back. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, but been sick, under the weather, been doped up in here, quite honestly. But I'm back. First video 2024. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's to everybody, that supported this channel. But we off to a new year, man. First video 2024. And what other way to start? Saints playoff chances. Obviously, the Saints kept their chances alive, winning last week's game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, winning that game fairly easily, which was probably their best game of the season. I don't want to say too little too late just because they have a chance to make the playoffs, and we'll talk about that in those scenarios coming up. First, you got to beat the Atlanta Falcons. What other way to clinch a playoff spot starting off by beating the Falcons? That'll be a great start. Honestly, it'll save Dennis Allen's job. I think his job's not in jeopardy anyway. That's probably later video for the offseason or whatnot, but beating the Falcons, finishing over 500, I think Dennis Allen's job will be safe, but will it be enough for us to get in the playoffs? That's the real question. Now, you got the Panthers, who are the worst football team I've ever seen. I was watching them last week. I'm not putting my fate in them beating anybody. Baker Mayfield's a little hurt. Saints roughed him up a little bit. He's going to be struggling out there. He's got some bruised ribs or whatnot, so that'll be interesting to see, how that goes. But Panthers, I'll be tuned in. I'll be watching. Hopefully Bryce Young can look like the #1 overall pick for the first time this season and pull off that upset. Then, if that doesn't work, they got the later game. So as long as the Saints win, hope is still alive. Then you just need 2 games to go your way. You got the Cardinals over the Seahawks. Very possible. Cardinals look very, very good against the Eagles. Then you have the Bears over the Packers, which is a rivalry game. Justin Fields been playing well as of late. That definitely winnable for the Bears as well. So fate's not in your hands, and it's all just because this is the Saints' fault. If we win, we would be in, but we blew a couple games this year. And the biggest game we blew, that Packers game, up 17-0, I believe, or something like that. Derek Carr gets out. The Saints don't score a point. We end up losing that game. And now the Packers own that tiebreak over us. That's a big, big game early in the season. You win that game, you control your own destiny. You win, you're in. But you lose that game, now you need help. Now you need help from other people, and that's just how it goes. So there's nothing you can do to change that. Just got to win your game. Just got to win your game against the Falcons, which is always a rivalry game, always going to be a good game between the Falcons, but they have nothing to play for. But at the end of the day, they want to knock the Saints out of playoff contention. Even though the Saints don't control their own destiny, the Falcons definitely want to put it into it. Hey, and the Saints, we got to show up. We got to show up. Derek Carr has been playing well lately. I haven't been here to say it, but hey, I'll kill you when you play awful, and I'll, say it when you play well. He's been playing well as of late. Everyone's been playing well as of late, honestly. It's a lot to get to. I don't want to throw it all in this first video back. It's a lot. From the Marshawn Lattimore contract, pending free agencies, with MT, and just a lot going on with big names on this team. But we'll wait until the season is either over or we're playoff bound. Obviously, Dennis Allen future, which I said I think he's going to be back. It just seems like he's going to come back. And then, honestly, it probably makes no sense to fire him if you're going to bring all these big names back. Cam Jordan has another year. Basically, Derek Carr basically has at least 1 more year. You're going to just, write the ship out with those guys, let them play together. Maybe an OC change will be in the cards, or offensive, something changes on the offensive side of the ball. But we'll get there when we get there, man. The biggest focus is you got to beat the Falcons on the road. Got to go to their place. Have to win that game against the Falcons. So interested to see how that game goes against the Falcons. Very, very interested. Don't know who's going to play quarterback for them. I don't think it really matters. The Saints should win that game. The Saints should win that game. They should come out and blow that team out. After the way they just look against the Bucs, they should blow that team out of the building. You put them away early. And they'll fold. I promise you. They don't have anything to play for. Those guys are ready to go on vacation. No one's trying to get hurt. Head into the off season. They'll probably lay down. You can win that game convincingly. Now, obviously, we'll all have, one eye on that Panthers game. Panthers end up losing, which they probably will. And we'll be watching that Cardinals game and that Bears game, and we'll see what happens. But, man, interested to see things I'm looking for at the end of the season. A couple things I'm looking for. This run game. Have to continue to try to get this run game going. I know it's crazy to say in week 18. It's crazy to say in week 18, but you have to get the run game going. You have to get Alvin Kamara involved in the game early and often. And we'll see. We'll see. He was hurt. Don't know if he's going to play. Haven't checked any updates on that, but if he does, you have to get him going early and often. I do want to touch on that rookie class too, but I think that's another video for the off season. Like, it's a bunch of off season videos lined up. But if you look at the rookie class this season, man, it was brutal. It was brutal. If you add the special teams guys that are undrafted in there as well, with Groupie and Headley, Kendre Miller, Isaiah Foskey, it's been a very, very bad rookie class. Very bad. But we'll get there when we get there, man. Really, like I said, back to the things I do want to see from the Saints run game. Got to get that run game going. That secondary, obviously with the Lattimore news in the air that maybe he's not going to be here next year. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe we get him back another year. With a Debo Whit Taylor. That secondary has played well. Marshawn Lattimore's been hurt the last couple seasons, and every time he's been out, the secondary has played well enough to win. We still haven't, got a good enough pass rush, a consistent enough pass rush to help those guys out, but they've played well. I mean, last year we finished second in pass rush per game, and Lattimore missed a bulk of the season. And those injuries are weird. I'll say that before I do get out of here. Those injuries are very weird. When Lattimore and MT went down, Dennis Allen kept saying, they're close, and yet, where the hell they been? How many weeks it's been? How many months it's been? How close are they if they're still not here? You can't tell me that they're day-to-day, week-to-week, and then 6 weeks later, they're still not playing and they're still close. Oh, and it's not as close as we initially thought. Well, you initially thought this over a month ago. But what's going on with this training staff? What's going on with this coaches? Are you just lying? If you're lying, it is what it is. You want to keep the other teams thinking that Lattimore's going to play, thinking that MT's going to play. That is what it is. But come on now. Got to be a little truthful, especially when you're getting your ass kicked every week. But that's neither here nor there. And lastly, man, you got people fighting for their jobs. Let's put it that way. You got a lot of people fighting for their jobs on this team. A lot. A lot of people fighting for their NFL careers, I may add, as well, on this team. You got coaches, players, kickers, punters, whoever you want to name, fighting for their job. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Man, I did want to do this video. First one of the year. Much more to come. Trust me. Pelicans, Saints, LSU. It's going to be a big year. Thank y'all for supporting this channel since it started. I don't even know when it started. You can check the date on the YouTube, see when it started. But man, I appreciate y'all. But 2024 going to be the biggest year yet. Do got some surprises. Do got some plans for the channel. Upgraded, much better, more consistent, all of that good jazz. But this is just a start. I'm finally not sick, finally not under the weather. I can finally do this video. I'm still not 100%. So, hey, give me some time. Things going to get rolling. And when they get rolling, it's going to be hard to stop me. It's going to be hard to stop this channel. I'll tell you right now, it's a big plan for 2024. I plan to be up there with the big boys this year. Whoever you think the big boys is in the Saints world, Pelicans world, LSU world, I plan on being next to them this year. Hey, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in once again, as always. First video 2024, this the Boot Tragedies. And I'm out.